When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12 and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Wyoming Cowboys taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Running back searching for a hole. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming.
He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end. He's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Here we go. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Okay, ready? He wants to throw it again. Oh, he makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, South Carolina. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
On the option, plows through the defense. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now on the option. Fights off a defender.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns to improve this field position.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They're dealing with a second and long. The short hands, it's Davenport. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to go up top on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped just launches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Let's go! Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Stanford unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks there on the farm of what things were like when Bill Walsh and David Shaw were in charge. An A-plus performance from the Cardinal. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the defense got it.
And I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very many opportunities to prove themselves and deserve more carries and show the coaching staff. And when you do, and you fumble on the first carry, you're not going to get many more opportunities either.
The run from the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Here we go. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. To the line. Let's go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Quarterback running on the draw. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll take it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, that's new. If you want to kick the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It's not. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. They'll run the option. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals. 5 points of pressure and prioritize holding on to the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Gamecocks are on the move. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And the missed connection on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Back to pass, it's Wilcox. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
He'll pitch it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They are really clicking along first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've been to the red zone 3 times. Will the 4th time finally be the charm to get some points? The option look. Now the toss. Touchdown, Cowboys. Great job by the back on the option.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And he tacked on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throws it back. It's Johnson. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Wilcox. Fakes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Keeps it and gets the first down. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Steps away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need it. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the ride. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now he's looking to throw it. The sure hands, it's Davenport. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Wilcox. Snagged out in the air. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver's able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 28 to Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to. And then
turning it on! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. On target. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield, it's Wilcox. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's
lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete. But we haven't seen that happen too often today.
So now it's second and long. He'll pull it down and run. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw. Nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Give to the running back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Brings it to the open. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. He'll do it himself on the draw. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield. He just decided to take off.
The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Wilcox. Now improvising. Looking for the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Davenport. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a double pass. He'll pull it down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The give as they work on that clock. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got it again. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Dumps it to the back. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one. Picked off.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Got room on the return. He's at the touchdown, Cowboys! How about that D making the play and lighting up the board and swinging some momentum in their favor?
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st down. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Power football with the run. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Wilcox. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.